would you be brave enough to go out there? It is a challenge after all. It's not going to be easy. This is why it is called Britain's... what is it called? They're absolutely everywhere. So good. What's up guys, it's Eddie Fitz. It's day 8 of the Cape Wrath Trail. Today we've just left camp and we're heading downhill. We've got a beautiful view ahead of us. As you can see, the sun is out today. Spirits are high so far, but that's always the early morning start. Bags are feeling good, we're feeling fresh. We're hoping to get past Craig today. Ideally, if we can get past Craig, then it means that we can get to Kinlochhew tomorrow between the opening times for the post office. Means we can get there in day 9, pick up our stuff and then keep continuing on. Been such a good morning so far. We've been on a good path, as you can see. Continuing on this path for a bit, then we've got an ascent up to 620 before then heading down into Craig and back onto the road, coming around the other side of the mountain. But just being able to walk on path like this and get away from bog, it's just so good on your legs. You can pick up the pace a little bit, so I will never take paths like this for granted. Normally I would hate paths like this and I'd prefer to be on sort of track, but this has been really good and just really good to get away from smush and like pasty glue. The bog is just so sticky and we know that we've got that to come, but we're just taking it all in and enjoying this path for now. So we're currently heading across this boggy marsh, heading up to here to Bernays, then we're following across all the way up, heading up this hill, and then once we get to the top we're up and over to Craig. So that's us reached Bernays Bothy, but again it's closed because of COVID. I think that path was quite a good path because of the weather. The marsh is quite dry. I think if you were crossing this through wet weather it would just be so hard and the river here would just be sort of incrossable. But we're hoping that it says in the map that there's then a path from this bothy that leads up to the top. So we're kind of moving a little bit better on the path, so hopefully if it is path it means we can push on through there, get down into Craig and then follow up a little bit, and it means we can then reach Kinlochhew for the post office. We're going to be there on Sunday, so we don't know if the post office is even open on the Sunday, so we're going to just need to wait and see. That's us came up and over the climb, came down this quite steep part here and heading down into Craig. As you can see, following all the way up to there, and I think Craig is just somewhere down the back, and then from there straight through. Might even be that path just up here to Kinlochhew. Just a matter of pushing on. We've got good weather today. Been over a week walking, definitely taking a toll on the muscles, the legs, the joints. Our ankles are just bruises, which definitely isn't too good. But just trying to push through the pain. That's the hardest part, I think, is just having the willpower to wake up the next day and continue to walk. You just want to lie in your tent and have a nice nap, but you never really get that in a tent. You just kind of are a bit like uneasy, or I am anyway. I wake up quite a lot and don't really get a cracking sleep. One thing that gets you through is the views. The views are honestly incredible, especially when you've got a nice sunny day and you can just see the mountains all around you. Just look at that, blue sky, clear day, the mountains are amazing. This is what it's all about. So today has been relentless in the sunshine. As you can see, the skies are just completely blue. It must be like in the mid-20s, really hot. Just makes everything that little bit more difficult. We came down this path here, and rather than having a direct route across, which would have been amazing, straight across here, you have to walk all the way up and then come back down, and then you come up the pony track up to 288 through bushy pine trees a lot. It's quite a tough track, but we're at 200, so only 88 to go, and then we're going to see where we get to tonight. It's good weather, so we're going to just keep continuing on and hope for the best. Well, that was caught in camera. Oh. 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 This is going to be the craziest night I've ever been at in Scotland. Just look at these midges. They're absolutely everywhere. What I'm really wondering is how many midges does it take before you die? We had another long day today. We pushed on with the miles. We pushed on through all the way to sunset. It was cracking weather, but that meant the midges were out in force. It is the craziest I've ever saw midges in my life, and we decided to even go in for a good bath by the river. Well, I say bath, but I fell in. But it was good just to get here. We've got around 5-6 miles to get to Kinlochhew. We don't know if it's going to be open because we're going to arrive there on Sunday and we need the post office. So we're kind of just hoping that when we get there we're able to pick up our stuff and continue moving forward. But if not, then we're going to need to stop there. So even if it is closed, it means that we get there, we'll stop by, we'll have a little bit of a rest, stop by at the shop, and then we'll kind of take a rest, take a stock check, see everything, and then start heading on from there. We're going to probably aim to, I don't know, I'm just waffling now. Anything else? So that's it for day, bring on day 9. What's up guys, it's Eddie Fitz, it's day 9. What's up guys, it's Eddie Fitz, it's day 9 of the Cape Wrath Trail. We had such a beautiful camp spot last night. We woke up for the sun rising, hitting these peaks. Only thing that ruined it was the midges, and they're still out in force. But today we've got between 5 and 6 miles to get to Kinlochhew. We're hoping the post office will be open, but we ain't too sure because it's a Sunday. So if we get there, it'll be a rest day, and if not, then good on us. We'll push through and we can keep on that mileage and keep going forward. But these midges are so crazy. You really can only handle so much of them before you get really angry and aggravated. When they say it's a challenging trail, it's nothing just about the trail, it's about the midges. It's all these extra things that come with it that make it that bit tough. But just look at how epic that is. That is so good. It's the best thing to wake up to. You sun still not even came over the mountain yet. You can still see the moon way up there. And we're just finally setting off. So here goes. It's only just after 8 o'clock. The sun is relentless. You can see the sweat dripping off my face. It's going to be another hot day, but we just came up a 288 climb and then we're down into Kinlochhew. Still keeping my fingers crossed for this post office. That would be such an achievement. We can now finally see Kinlochhew in the distance there. Probably just over a mile or so to get there. Got quite a steep downhill to go. So, time to just move on. Turns out, post office was closed, or kind of open. We got a parcel, so we picked up our food, but we couldn't send anything back, which meant we kind of had to stop here at Kinlochhew. We've kind of pushed on a tiny little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to get up in the morning and go back and send the box home. We're just letting everything dry since it's perfect weather for it. So I've pretty much laid out my little tumble dryer, and we've just kind of reassessed all the equipment that we've got, just so that we can see if we need everything. It's been fairly hot, so there's things like our down jackets and stuff we don't need. The bag is fairly heavy. It's probably like another rucksack worth. So we're hoping that getting rid of that bag, it'll make the second stage of the journey a little bit easier. But for now, we're just going to take in this glorious weather, have a little rest day, and air the feet. What do you think, Ed? Ah, it's my toe. Right. It's time to dig into our goodie bag. Woohoo! Food for the rest of the trip. What a rest day it's been. We've not only just stopped, took rest, but we've also sugared ourselves right up. We've got some jelly babies, some iron brew. So good. It's definitely much better than hill water. I think at this point I'm going insane. So today's been a good wee day. For day 9 we had only 6 miles to get to Kinlochhew. Unfortunately we obviously couldn't get the parcel sent back home, so we've had to stay the night here, but it's been good just to rest the legs, just get some sugar in us, really chill out. We got here pretty early, so we've had quite a long day just chilling. It's been a really lovely day, really sunny. We thought that we were going to catch the sunset right now, but just as the sun is setting behind the mountains, the midges have started to come out from nowhere, so it's just like kamikaze midges out there. So we've just decided to watch the sunset from the tent. We don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but it's not rain, and it's certainly no cars, it's just weird noises. Right, this thing again. The car's half away.
So hopefully you can hear this. It ain't rain, it's the sound of midges hitting off the tent. There's so many outside, it is crazy. The sunset looks good from this little slither that we can peek through. Would you be brave enough to go out there? We've had a great wee rest, and hopefully, just hopefully, that will help us push on for the next half of the journey, and we'll push through to Cape Wrath.